Vortex, I really need to get back and do comedy, do I not? I miss it. I actually really do miss it. I don't know about y'all, but I get really depressed whenever I go on Instagram. Well, the only reason I go on it is because of Ronnit, who's in Israel right now, and probably forever, because I don't know why the fuck she come back to this country, aside from the fact that her daughters are here. It definitely wouldn't be to see my ass, even though I have a bunch of her stuff in my house now. But, yeah, like, I can talk to her on Instagram. But there are some people in the comedy scene, like, they've messaged me and they tell me about, you know, different shows and stuff, so that's the way people are communicating now, but I haven't posted in, like, over a year, dude. And I have so much shit to post. I have so many posters that I've done, like, it's insane. Like, it's absolutely insane how many posters I've done since 2021. It's like this channel, you know? Like, whatever I do a lot of, even if most of it isn't very good, I just kind of throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And, you know, I really like these videos. Very, very documentary-esque. But yeah, like, if this camcorder... There it is. There it is! Okay? Yeah, I know the screen is cracked. Because I don't take very good care of my things. Okay, are you surprised? You shouldn't be. Just look at my teeth! Okay? But... Yeah, like, totally forgot what I was talking about. I have an overzealous amount of stuff that like, this is me talking to me. Like, I'd be talking to me. If the camcorder wasn't here, I'd still be doing this, you know? But I will say that this channel is the closest thing you're ever going to get to knowing who I actually am. I mean, at work, like, people know me because my work ethic and, like, they see me talking to myself all the time, and I'm really funny. You know, I do voices and stuff. But yeah, I mean, on stage, I really don't like my stage presence. I really wish that I could be more of this. I guess it's like a work in success, right? No such thing as progress. Progress just means experimental farmies and weather manipulation and fucking men that act like women and women that still can't be men, which is why they whine when they're in a man's position, because they still can't handle it, no matter how much they prove that they actually don't need feminism. Whatever. Let's not go on yet another rant about women. But, yeah. I would say that this channel really is the closest thing you're going to get to knowing the real me. But I just don't really feel comfortable with people for the most part. I mean, I'm still very genuine, but I always feel like I have to hold back a lot of myself because I'm just too much. I'm too intense. I'm too emotional. I think too much. There are too many ideas that I have going on at the same time. I'm in multiple time frames at once. And yeah, I don't have a place for people because of that. Like, the place that I have is in my head, but it's not in, like, the actual time. Which I know sounds very selfish and self-indulgent, but at least I was honest with you, bro. You have any idea how many women just, like, lie? They just manipulate men because they can. I mean, I definitely did when I was an addict. But, like, I can't take advantage of a man because I know he wants to have sex with me, you know? And, like, that That's the worst. That's the absolute worst. And so many women, they relish that shit. They want to complain about it? Are you kidding? Free drinks, free food, free rides. Why would... How could it possibly be annoying to be a woman? It's like men can't get free shit like that. Like, he can be the hottest dude in the world. He's still not going to get free shit like that. Women can be ugly. They can be fat. They could be... And by the way, if you're fat, I'm not picking on you. Okay? You could be beautiful. I don't know. I find a lot of overweight people attractive. I do. I think it all depends on how you carry yourself. There are people I know that are overweight. They carry their weight well. And because of that, they are very attractive. Because they're confident and they know who they are. And they don't give a fuck if you don't find them attractive. You know, they'll move on and find a drunk person. But no, seriously though, I'm not joking. There are lots of really attractive people out there, like, despite, like, whatever thing they have that could make them unattractive, you know? That being said, now's definitely the time to be fat. Here in America, like, obesity is shining like you wouldn't believe, okay? I mean, look at these models. Like, you see so many models that are, like, they're not plus size. They're, like, plus size, dude. So, they're obviously pushing that agenda. But it's never about health. It's never about actual beauty standards. It never was. So even when they pushed for women to be skinny, that it wasn't because of health or beauty standards. It was because, like, that's what society was pushing at the time. It doesn't mean anything, you know? Just like when they're convincing all these women to have kids, to take all these pills, like hormone supplements and baby pills. You know, they take pills so they can pump out more babies. That wasn't because, like, they thought, oh, women are supposed to have kids. No, they just wanted, like, more children to manipulate and train to conform. And most of them did, okay? That's why our society gets dumber and dumber, because, like, they're just so easily manipulated, and they don't ever consider that, like, maybe whatever society is pushing is not really good for us. You know, so if you go along with whatever the world is telling you to do, whatever standards they're setting at the time, like, that doesn't mean shit. You don't have any actual morality. There's no what's the word? There's no grounding. Like, everything is contingent on what like the public is telling you. So, yeah. Now they've convinced all these women to be feminists. And most of them don't even know what that means. So, I mean, I don't think that it means what it used to mean anyway, but, yeah. Like, it's the standards of society, they tell you what's popular and what's right, what's wrong. I'm sorry, air quotes, right and wrong. Okay? And then you just go along with it because you're a sheep, and that's what sheep do. They don't question that. And that's why the LGBT shit's way more acceptable. I don't think that there's, like, anywhere near as many gay people as there seem to be. You know, just because you got a lot more people showing up at these pride parades, that doesn't mean that all of them are gay. It just means that they're conditioned to think that that's cool, or, like, they're a good person because they're supporting that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do all that to be a kind person that treats people with respect and loves people regardless of how you feel about their lifestyle, you know? You don't have to prove anything. And people that have to prove something, they can't even prove it to themselves.